Hello, I'm Ashton Carter, magician, storyteller, and curator of Mr. Punch's Cabinet of Curiosities. You joined me as I was doing a little bit of scrying in my crystal ball. Let me tell you a little story. I bet you like adventure stories, don't you? Stories where the bold hero overcomes multiple problems, meets wise people, creates a group of like-minded individuals, and they go and take on the big, evil, nasty bloke, the Overlord, the evil king, the deranged sorcerer. These bad guys, they come in all shapes and sizes. But the one thing that they all have in common is that they are, like our hero, all flawed. They always have a flaw, mostly in their personality, in their desperate need to tell our hero their plan just before they kill him, or in the creation of their army in the most ridiculous costumes, with visors that his men cannot see through, or bulky, ridiculous costumes, or the fatal error of using for your army chaotic creatures, goblins, ogres, creatures that can't follow your orders. Or perhaps you have overextended as the bad guy. You've spread your forces too thin, or you didn't pay your bodyguard, and he can be bought. Or you have children that you mistreated, who will provide the key to the back of your castle. There's so many ways as a bad guy, through lack of planning and proper project management, you can end up with the hero's sword through your heart. I'd love to read a story where the bad guy gets it right, where he doesn't have any illegitimate children, where his castle is properly defended, where all of his army and his bodyguards are properly loyal and cannot be bought, that wear well-fitting costumes, that have proper armour that protects them, and they're all trained so that they don't miss with a bow. But I suppose not everyone sides with the bad guy. Imagine the look on the hero's face as he rides across the drawbridge to be shot in the face with an arrow. But it doesn't make for good stories. It doesn't teach the right lessons in life. And I often think, how would the hero deal with such a situation? How would the hero deal with falling into the perfectly executed trap? Taken immediately to a deep, dark dungeon, lowered on a rope 30 feet long, down into the very bottom of a tower, with no doors, no means of escape. The walls perfectly smooth, no handholds, no grips. What would they do then? And the hero split up. All of his companions in similar cells, even his friendly animal followers. How heroes love their ferrets and chimpanzees. As the hero sits in the dark, on a chair, a single piece of furniture. He could ponder how to get out. And I love a little bit of nonsense. And I think our hero would have a wonderfully nonsensical way of escaping his horrible fate. To starve alone in the dark. Because he could take his hands, clap them together, and he could rub them. And he could rub them together faster and faster. And if he did it for long enough, then his hands would become sore. And he could take that saw and he could cut the chair in half. Now we all know that two halves make a whole, and he could climb through the hole and escape the castle. And there, as he's noted by the guards on the battlement, and they prepare to start firing their arrows, he could shout and shout and shout and shout until he's hoarse. And he can get on that horse and ride away. Sometimes a little bit of nonsense is exactly what we need. Thank you.